us who are here at 97B Church Street, and good evening to those of you who are watching on our YouTube channel, on our website at jta.org.jm, and on Facebook Live as well. Welcome to the halls of the Jamaica Teachers Association as we bring to you something fresh, something new as we move through this our period as we observe our 60th anniversary officially. That will be coming on a day to be announced during the month of April, but for the time being we're doing some activities which are precursors to that activity. At this time I invite you to stand in the room and we will pray. Eternal God and Father, we thank you for bringing us thus far. Hitherto hath the Lord helped us. And as we stand, God, before you this evening, with our hearts bowed and with our minds focused on you, we pray, Lord, that you will guide this proceeding as we launch our new website for the Jamaica Teachers Association. Lord, you know from whence we have come. And here we are at 60, celebrating this milestone with a new activity that will be exposing to not just us in Jamaica, but those across the globe. We pray that you will be with us in this function, that all of us will remain focused on the goal at hand and the association that we serve. We thank God for all who have assisted this process, those who have worked with this organization over the years until this hour. We pray that there will be continuation of all that we do to the benefit of our educators in Jamaica, those in the Caribbean, and those in the extended wide world. We thank you for all together as we go through this afternoon. We ask all your mercies and your guidance in Jesus' name. Amen. So friends across the globe and in Jamaica and the Caribbean, we thank you for joining us at this hour as we are about to expose to you our new piece of communication tool, that of our website. And so having called this meeting to order and getting us started off with on the right footing with prayer, I'm going to be inviting at this moment our Secretary General, Dr. Mark Nicely, to come forward and provide for you the real purpose of the meeting. Let's make him welcome with a round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. Nash. Allow me to acknowledge you as our chairman of today's proceedings. Of course, our national president, Mr. Leighton Johnson, Mr. Duran Dixon, Assistant Secretary General, Mr. Morrison, our IT specialist on board, Deputy Secretary General, Mr. Clayton Horn, Ms. Sandra Hunter, Chairman of Membership, and I'm going to pause here and say, of course, our marketing sales person from JPH, and might as well I continue Miss Rome and Miss Donna Laws and Miss Gordon and Miss Wellington, and of course our team members from DPK
and 876 Solutions.
876 Solution. I have a problem with numbers. Right. So let me welcome everybody. Certainly our media personnel, and I know that we have persons watching from across the globe in the USA, Canada, UK, persons out of Education International. Let me greet everyone here gathered, both physically and in the virtual space. The purpose of the JTA new website launch. The purpose of this launch is to fulfill one of the mandates of the annual conference as articulated in the approved association's program for the conference year 2023-2024. By extension, this launch is a significant deliverable for the 60th anniversary celebration, signaling to our publics the association's commitment to continued modernization in keeping with the theme for the year-long celebrations, preserving the legacy, remaining relevant for the future. The launch of this new website represents a critical tool in providing enhanced service to our members while leveraging cutting-edge technology to stimulate continued growth and development. It ensures that the association remains on the same wavelength and bandwidth as the rest of the world, maintaining our global presence and positive influence on the educational landscape both at home and abroad. Additionally, the launch of the new website signifies a pivotal step forward in our journey towards digital transformation. By embracing innovative technology, we aim to streamline processes, improve communication, and enhance accessibility for our members. This initiative underscores our unwavering commitment to staying at the forefront of educational advancement and ensuring that the Jamaica Teachers Association remains a beacon of excellence in the field of education. Long live the Jamaica Teachers Association. Long live JTA. Let us continue to unite and serve.
Thank you very much, Secretary General, Dr. Mark Nicely, giving you that overview of our purpose in terms of the organization and where we're heading. At this time, we have our president with us, and we're going to be asking him now to bring remarks. Our president, Mr. Leighton Johnson. Once again, a round of applause.
Thank you very much, Chairman of this afternoon's proceedings. Secretary General Dr. Mark Nicely, Deputy Secretary General Mr. Clayton Hall, Assistant Secretary General Mr. Doran Dixon, other members of the administrative staff, colleagues here present in the room, those present on the World Wide Web, or other sponsors, stakeholders, and associates viewing the relaunch of the Jamaica Teachers Association's website. Good afternoon. For 60 years, the Jamaica Teachers Association has distinguished itself as an institution that is the benchmark of advocacy and unionism. We have established our operations under the key pillars of industrial relations and professional development. This organization has played a significant role in the development of education and in securing the salaries, improved salaries, and conditions of service for our members. As a progressive movement, the Jamaica Teachers Association recognizes the importance of technology in its operations. Existing in this technologically advanced and fast-paced world, it is incumbent upon us to ensure that our operations remain current and reflect the modernity of the current context. The relaunch of our website marks a significant milestone in the 60-year journey of the Jamaica Teachers Association, and it is hoped that the teaching profession will foster greater interconnectivity through the use of this website. This digital platform stands as a testament to our commitment as the Jamaica Teachers Association, our commitment to innovation, communication, and the advancement of the Jamaican education sector. Through our revitalized online presence, we aim to provide teachers across Jamaica and our other stakeholders with a comprehensive hub for resources, information, and collaboration. This new look website will serve as a dynamic space where educators can access tools for professional development, which is a key pillar, and stay updated on educational policies and initiatives which are 21st century in context, as well as engage in meaningful dialogue with other colleagues, not just here in Jamaica, but regionally and internationally. After all, the Jamaica Teachers Association is more than just a household name. It's a name for the Caribbean and a name with an international flair. The relaunch of our website underscores the unwavering commitment to adaptability and responsiveness in the face of the evolving educational landscape, and of course, acts as a technological bridge in us utilizing first world advocacy trends in fighting for our teachers. In an increasingly digital world, it is imperative that we leverage technology to empower our educators and enrich the learning experience as well as the teaching opportunities of our students and teachers. The establishment of this new look JTA website offers numerous advantages that we feel are necessary to ensure that the Jamaica Teachers Association remains relevant, current, and a step ahead of any competitor. It is hoped, ladies and gentlemen, that this new JTA New Look website will provide that centralized platform for our association to disseminate information to our members, stakeholders, and other publics. This will facilitate efficient communication regarding events, policies, and initiatives of the Jamaica Teachers Association. We have heard, we have responded. The Jamaica Teachers Association wants our members to be in the know at the touch of a button, at the click of a link, at the swipe of a screen. Our teachers and members will be in the know. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, through our New Look website, it is hoped that our teachers can access a wide range of resources, including educational materials to include a lesson plan hub, professional development opportunities, and teaching tools which are first world, 21st century compliant and relevant. These tools are to be used to enhance the effectiveness of teachers in the classroom. The Jamaica Teachers Association is responding to your call. Additionally, this New Look website will act as the hub which will include workshops, seminars, training materials, and certification programs for our members. And of course, this is in keeping with the JTA's mandate to continue to provide continuous learning and upskilling opportunities for our members, ultimately improving the quality of educational services that our members will provide. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jamaica Teachers Association, a union that has been in existence for 60 years, wants to continue in leading by example by providing that opportunity where forums, discussion boards, online communities, and websites that foster collaboration and networking amongst teachers can be facilitated and enhanced. It is our hope that this new look website from the Jamaica Teachers Association will provide this platform, the platform for sharing experiences, ideas, and strategies within the teaching profession. In the age of technology, in this global, diverse space, this is necessary for our members to have that avenue to share ideas and build a sense of camaraderie and solidarity within the teaching profession. The Jamaica Teachers Association's main mandate is that of advocacy and representation. It is our hope that our new look website will be used to continue the fight in advocating for the rights and interests of our teachers, as well as to raise awareness about educational issues, policy concerns, and the direction of the Jamaica Teachers Association. This will provide us with another avenue, another voice to continue articulating our positions on matters pertaining to the Teaching Council Bill, matters pertaining to the new compensation review, the taxation policies, matters pertaining to issues surrounding how teachers' pension benefits are calculated. This new look website provides us with a channel for amplifying the voices of educators, advocating for that positive change within the education system. This is what we aim to do. This is our mandate. Ladies and gentlemen, through our new look website, the Jamaica Teachers Association can transparently communicate its mission, goals, achievements, and activities to its members and the general public. We must once again rekindle that trust, rekindle the hope in our members that the Jamaica Teachers Association continues to advocate and fight for the well-being and welfare of our members. This is an association that listens, an association that cares, an association that understands and meets the needs of its members, and an association that continues to demonstrate leadership in the advancement of education. It is our hope, ladies and gentlemen, that this new look website will mainstream the membership processes, allowing teachers to join the association readily, to renew membership, and to access whatever benefits that can be accessed. This is our step in digitizing the operations of the Jamaica Teachers Association. We want to enhance the convenience and accessibility of the Jamaica Teachers Association, facilitating greater engagement and ensure that we remain current to the needs of our members. Overall, the establishment of this new look JTA website offers many advantages to our members, and we ask as best as possible that our members will continue to grab hold of these opportunities. So as we embark on this new phase, engaging and interfacing with the technology that is available to us, let us reaffirm our collective dedication to excellence in education. Together, let us harness the power of the Jamaica Teachers Association's new look website to inspire, to inform, and to elevate the teaching profession across this beautiful island of Jamaica, across the region of the Caribbean, and to remain relevant and in touch with our global partners. The Jamaica Teachers Association, 60 years and growing stronger. Long live the JTA. Let us unite and serve. I thank you.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen in the room, and those of you who are watching via our social media platforms, another big round of applause for our president. And indeed, he has said a lot. And I was saying to myself that I'm going to have to do some listing and ensure that all of those objectives that have been set by our president, that we surround ourselves with them and ensure that we set out a roadway, if, for want of a better word, so that we can ensure that all those things that have been said and said by our president, that we will meet those moving forward in our 60th year and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be having a point where we'll ask questions, and therefore for those of you who are watching, you can ask your questions in the chat of Facebook Live or the YouTube channel that you're on, so you can prepare those afterwards. We will take those from you. But at this time, we're going to be handing over to our friends from DPK Systems Limited and also 876 Solutions, who will be leading you through a presentation of what's happening on our website. So at this time, we hand over to Mr. Trevor Forrest and Helen Guscott, who are here with us in the room. Over to you, gentlemen and ladies.
Thank you, Mr. Master of Ceremony.
Yes.
President Johnson, Dr. Nicely. I just want to say thank you for inviting us to share in the launch of your website for your 60th anniversary. Just to say, DBK and 876 Solutions have been partners with the JTA for over 10 years. And we've been their partner in this space for that time. In fact, the last website that they had was being replaced by this one. Served its purpose quite well. But what we're doing now is moving the JTA, as the president said, into a new realm. And we're looking now to set a foundation for another 10 years. And the JTA may now take full advantage of various aspects of digital transformation and so on, and extend all of these benefits to their members. So what I'm going to do really quickly is to run through some of the features of the website. Uh, really quickly, I'm not going to take a lot of time. And just to give you an idea of some of the things that we've done, some things you may see now, some things as we progress. This is kind of like a work in progress. As new features and capabilities are added, you will see them. There are, in fact, a lot of new capabilities that have been fused into this new website that in the coming months members will take advantage of, and I hope be as excited as the Gen 2nd and the President are about it. So let's begin. I guess the people on Facebook and YouTube will see on the screen. But one of the guiding principles of this new website was to really make things clean, simple, and secure. So one of the things you will notice about this site is that the look and feel embodies a cleaner look. And we also want to try to make it easy for members and users at large to navigate the site. So as you go through and look at the site, you will see that we've kind of made things flow in a very simple, clean way. The other thing that you should notice about this site, different from the previous one, is this particular site is now what we call responsive or mobile friendly. So it presents much better on your mobile devices, like your mobile phone or your tablet, which was something that was kind of lacking in the previous iteration of the site. Again, in an effort to be more engaging and to provide more information to members of the JTA and the public at large, we've again tried to prioritize and focus on some key areas associated with the JTA, primarily member services, professional development, and additional resources as it relates to events, as it relates to reports, publications, presentations, and most importantly, a feature that will be coming online shortly will be the availability of online lesson plans and an online lesson plan hub as articulated by the President. So we're going to be adding, like I said, a lot of features as we progress. You see quite a bit here, publications, your annual reporter, your professional development publications. You see a lot of information about your events, your annual conference, your symposiums, education week activities, and so on. So in an effort to, again, provide more information, make it readily available, make it easily accessible, this is the kind of stuff that we're looking to do here. Now, one of the things that we are encouraging members to do to take full advantage of the capabilities of the website is to actually create your own account on the website. And what this will do is it will expose you to some content that for members that otherwise the general public may not be given access to. There are capabilities in the site that will actually allow members to communicate with members. So we've added some new technologies into the website, and one of the things I really would want to encourage, and I think the President and the Secretary General are also encouraging, is that members go to the site and to create your JTA online account. To do that, you will need an email address, and the form is very simple to complete, but we really encourage that you go online and create your account. The site also facilitates teachers who may not be members of the JTA to request membership. And all of this now is going to be done and can be done online. So there is an online form that can be used to apply for membership, and the process is streamlined through the various organs of the JTA to make sure that you're able to become a bona fide member of the JTA. Really, just to kind of wrap it up, like I said, we try to make things as easily accessible as possible, to put the most useful information in front of your eyes. Here we have 3 areas for latest news, features that the JTA may have, and also reports that may be coming out. We have a section that highlights any announcements that the JTA may have. We also feature the leadership of the JTA, the President-elect, immediate past President, and the Secretary General. If people oftentimes don't know a lot about the different leaders of the JTA, so information is provided about the leadership. We also try to highlight benefits of joining the JTA, because one of the things the site can do is to solicit membership. In keeping with that, those who don't know what being a JTA member involves, or the benefits that you can accrue from being a JTA member, the site gives you a fairly good idea of what those benefits are. As is customary, events that are being streamed, much like this one, what we do facilitate as well is for you to go and look at the different events that have been streamed and captured by the JTA, both directly from the site and on the YouTube channel. And again, creating a more interactive experience with members and users is what we're trying to do there. So generally, this is the approach that we've taken, again, to keep things clean, keep things simple, and most importantly, to keep things secure. Now, I'm just going to mention a couple of new features that have been incorporated into the site. One of the things, and I don't know if you want me to mention about the election technology. Should I go ahead and do that? Okay. So one of the things that we've sought to build into the new site is the ability for the JTA to now conduct secure elections online. Now, this is something that is fairly new and revolutionary for not only the JTA but many organizations. Having the ability to conduct simple but also president-level elections online in a secure way to kind of streamline the electoral process. This is something that we've been working with the JTA team for a little while around, and we are looking, I guess it's one of those things where JTA might be pioneering that kind of thing. So it's one of the things that I think members will be looking forward to, where you can sit at home and participate in the election process for the election of various officers for the JTA. That's one of the I guess highlights of the new platform and the technology that we're incorporating into this. Finally, I know many people are aware of the advent of the data protection legislation. One thing we want to assure and reassure members of is that all the technologies and features that we've incorporated into the website, this new website, facilitate and ensure compliance with the new data protection laws that are now in effect. With that said, I think that's my more than 2 cents. I hope that, much like the previous iteration of the site, this one will serve for another 10 years, and I hope that the members will, enjoy and use all of the new features and capabilities of this website. With that said, I turn back over to Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Nash. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Forrest, for providing us with highlights of the new website, and the President has spoken regarding a lot of things, and you have now elevated that to showing us what the capabilities of the new website will be. And as we move forward, nothing remains constant in a sense. Therefore, we're always going to be working on the website. We're always going to be doing improvements. We're going to be adding new features as we move along, so that as you ask the questions, as you indicate to us that I would love to see this or that on your website, so that when I go to do my search, I will be able to find the information that is required. We will listen. The President did indicate that. The association listens, and we listen to you, the members of the JTA, past members, associate members, those who are in the retired groups, and those of you who are stakeholders of education. We will listen. Therefore, do not hold back. Ask the questions that you ask us of the things that you would like to see happening on the site that you might not be seeing in the days and weeks ahead. Without any further ado, we're going to be asking at this time Mr. Clayton Hall, who is the Deputy Secretary General in charge of member services. And I was indicating to him earlier that the website will have a lot to do with his department, being that it is called member services. All of what we're doing on the website is membership related. Therefore, he will be collaborating with us at the head office to ensure that a lot of the information that will be required will be there on the website. He's going to be fielding your questions now, if you have any, and he also has another input to make in the program. Let's welcome Mr. Clayton Hall.
Thank you kindly, Sir Nash. Colleagues all here and in cyberspace, I want to indicate that this is where the rubber hits the road. This is your windows to the world. I am not sure if I'll be in any violation for stealing that tagline. However, there has been a significant challenge with the union getting the information out to our members in the way we would want it most appropriate. This website has a peculiar feature that will assist us in bridging that gap. So there are public information that you will see on almost anybody's website, and we will have that facility available on our website to show you news and views and current information. But we will also have a facility behind the scenes where information that is pivotal and private to the members will be available and accessible to them. We are in the position to put on the website in our secured location things like salary calculations. Many persons, certainly over the last round of salary negotiation, had significant challenges computing or calculating their salaries. And we would not want to make that information public to all and sundry. But on this website, we will have the facility where you will be able as a member to log in, and in your private portal, we will be able to store the information there that you may reduce your request of our officers, because we will have that information available to you. Things like, how do you go about calculating your pension? How do you go about calculating your take-home salary? We will have calculators put in the private places of our website where each member will be able to go in, put their personal information in, and they will have access to these calculations. We will also be able to share private things like lesson plans. We launched a couple of years back, Share My Lessons. We intend to replicate that database on our website. We want to drive traffic to our website. All the facilities we have, applications for scholarships, the tertiary grant to children of teachers. No longer will you need to write up a form. We will have that form available online. And once you log on as a member, then that will suffice for your verification as a member, and your application will come directly into the listing for it to be submitted to the Ministry of Education. Colleagues, I am very buoyed by the happenings today, and I'm looking forward to the deliverables that this website can produce. You were told recently about elections. We have tried on a number of occasions to have a totally online election, and I believe that this year is going to be a successful one. We have 7 candidates that are now competing for the post, and we will allow each member to vote, whether you have gone off on vacation or you are in your classroom. A 2-minute check-on to the website will allow you to register your vote. I believe that this will take us into the new millennium, certainly well into 61 years and beyond. And I look forward to the capabilities of the website and how better we will be able to reach our members with information that is pertinent. The final thing I will say about that is that we have long gone through a very complicated process of determining what we do in terms of salary settlements. With the facility that this website avails us, we will be able to get the viewpoint of every member in their living rooms, in their schoolrooms, in their classrooms, wherever they are, instead of waiting on countless trips into a central location for us to feel or get an idea of what are the views of our members on the ground regarding salary negotiations. We will be able to run surveys. We will be able to have polls, and all this will be done in the secured space of your living room, ensuring that you have the latest security facilities that will be put on by our partners from 876 Solutions and DPK.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Hall. And you spoke to an upcoming event and the expectation of our membership regarding June.
Yes.
Right, when we are having our elections, and this website is going to be integral to that process. Therefore, members who are out there listening and will watch after this, please ensure that you take note and prepare yourselves accordingly, so that, you know, when it comes on to the dates for elections, June 17 to 21, I think it is, you will be more than prepared for it. So with that said, we have come to a critical juncture on our program, and the persons who are in the space, I know will have some questions to pose, so that those who are out in cyberspace will be able to hear from you. Therefore, so the microphones are in the room. We'd ask you to come to a location in the space, so we won't have to pan over the space to you, but come forward and ask those questions. I'm going to be laying hands on all of you that are here to present questions to our president and Mr. Clayton Hall, so that you know, things that we have not covered can be covered by them. Therefore, all right, so let's go to, I think we should have some questions from YouTube, right? Let's see if we've got those questions coming forward from you, and Facebook Live as well. Those of you are watching the launch of the website, all right? Thank you very much for coming online, Kenisha Redwood. All right. Well, she was only indicating to us that the audio heading out to them is on the low side, and that is being beefed up as we speak. All right. So, Kenisha, do you have a question for us? We could take that at this point, and any other person who is online, you may need to pose your question so that we can present that. If not, then we'll take those questions that you will pose afterwards, and we'll have them addressed somehow through a broadcast to you. All right, anybody in the space here who has a question that you'd like to pose at this time? We are taking at least 3 questions, and then we will terminate our presentation for this evening, unless between the president and our deputy, SecGen, that you might have a point that you'd like to raise that you have not said before in this presentation. All right, so
there's
yes,
there's a
President.
question.
Go ahead,
There's a
President.
question. Of course, the Jamaica Teachers Association has several initiatives, and one of those initiatives or programs is that of Teachers' Time. We also desire to get Teachers' Time to the space to a blog spot. Is the website receptive to linking blogs and other links so that our members can interact with the information in that way?
Okay, so good question, Mr. President. So there are a couple of things that we have worked with your team to augment the concept of teachers' time. So from the standpoint of blogs, blogging facilities are in the site. However, the traditional teachers' time feature that you had was, you had audio recordings that were quite informative. Moving into the 21st century, the modality for that kind of thing now is what we call a podcast. And what we have sought to implement is now placing all of the teachers' time material on a podcast platform. Now what that does, and then integrate that into the website. But what that does is it allows for members, teachers, to access teachers' time both through the website or independently on their mobile phone using standard podcast apps. So understanding that different teachers may consume the information in different ways, we've kind of tried to make it accessible not only via the website but through other media that they may want to use. So what we'll be doing is, because you guys actually have a whole lot of teachers' time material. So over time we'll be uploading that to a podcast platform so that you'll actually be able to access teachers' time via things like Spotify, if you're an iPhone user, the iTunes store, and various podcast platforms, even YouTube. So because the growth of the teachers' time thing was kind of surpassing the capacity of just our website, we sought to scale that a little bit better. So in short order, we'll roll that particular capability out. That will give great accessibility, more freedom to access that kind of information in podcast format.
Sir Nash, while you're on that, could you just say a little bit about the interactivity of our website? How we will be able to provide two-way communication with them?
All right. Right. So, and you were alluding to it in your contribution. One of the things that was requested by your team was the ability for direct communications or communication between members via the website in a private and secure way. So you can have private messaging or just sending dialogue between members or between the association and the members. Built into the platform is the ability for members to individually communicate with each other or for the association to communicate with the membership. Now, there is one important aspect of that that must prevail, is that each member or teacher should have their account. So when you go to the site and you'll see a button up at the top that says register, it is imperative that you, in order to take advantage of these features, that you create your, I guess we call it my JTA account, right? And in order to take advantage of that, you must have that account, because for us to secure those communications, you actually have to log in, which is one layer of security to kind of say, you know, you are who you say you are. That will give you the ability to then safely communicate or participate in what would be deemed private activities for the JTA. So there are really two spheres that exist: the public-facing one, and also the online private aspect of JTA and its membership. So from the standpoint of the association communicating with its members in a secure way, that is something that has been built in. And the way we ensure that it is secure is that, or the way you will ensure that you can take advantage of that as a member, is to create your account. I trust that I hope that can answer that question.
All right. There's
Okay. Question. It seems like it's gonna be a very efficient website. And therefore I want to know if it would be user friendly. For example, suppose I'm searching for something, but I don't know exactly the complete words of what I'm searching for. If I type in, for example, I want to search for education conference, but I wasn't sure what to type for, and I put in EDU, for example, would it comes up? Or if I put in conference, would it show me annual conference and the other conferences? You know, I just want to know if it's user friendly, because sometimes we don't have everything to type for.
Yeah, absolutely. So all content on the website, as is the case with any standard website these days, all content is indexed. So whichever word you type, as long as that word exists somewhere on the site, the search engine on the site will bring that information back to you. Now, it's important because as you add more content and more information to the site, you kind of want to be in a position to be able to find stuff. So the site itself has, I guess, what you would call its own search engine built in. So as time goes on, being able to find things by doing simple searches is something that has already been built in. I do know there was a little issue with that in the previous iteration, but that has since been sorted out with this. I just want to say that a lot of what is embodied in this new iteration of the site, one treats with a lot of the issues that prevailed before, but it also sets a foundation for a significant amount of growth from a technological standpoint and a digital standpoint for the organization. So as Mr. Hall was saying, you know, the ability to do surveys, to do polls, to instead of having people write paper, have them fill out forms online. These are things that can be quickly incorporated and then rolled out to your membership. You know, in ways that were not possible before. So yes, to answer your question, we've sought to make things simpler, cleaner, safer, and more user-friendly. Yes.
Before you go though,
Read the previous website. Would it be still running, or it's gonna replace this one? Gonna replace the previous one?
This has replaced the previous
Or it's
one.
gonna replace? Okay, all right.
Just for your to actually answer your question in practical senses, I did a search for conference.
okay,
And
okay.
here you'll see that everywhere the word conference exists on the site, it came back with a search result. So yes, the search engine, and as you add more and more stuff,
It will
the
come.
site will index and you'll be able to find that.
Thank you.
Very well. Thank you so much for the comments, Ms. Burrell. And thank you very much, Mr. President Clayton Johnson, Deputy, Secretary General, Dr. Mark Nicely, Deputy Secretary General, Mr. Clayton Hall, Mr. Trevor Forrest, and Helen Hoscott, who presented to you this evening, and all those of you who are in the space, and those of you who are on the platforms watching Facebook Live and YouTube, as well as on our website. We thank you so much for joining us and reacting in the way that you have. Remember that after this you can still pose your questions, and we will go back and review those and try to respond to them accordingly. With that said, we thank you so much for being here, and we look forward to you joining us on Sunday, the 31st of March. My mind went all the way to April. Right, the 31st of March will be our next event, where we're going to be streaming live out of Mandeville at the St. Mark's Anglican Church. That's the Mandeville Parish Church. That's going to be at 8 o'clock in the morning. So we're looking forward to you joining us online for that church service at 8 o'clock Sunday morning from Mandeville, Manchester. Then that will be followed by our annual education conference that will be coming up on the 2nd to the 4th of April. And on the 3rd, which will be our actual 60th anniversary of the JTA, we'll be having our feature activity, which is the lecture by a very renowned erudite. Thank you very much. A very erudite gentleman, none other than Professor Emeritus. That's Mr. Miller, Professor Miller, Errol Miller, who is a past president, of course, of the Jamaica Teachers Association. So we have a lot of activities to roll out. You'll hear of them according as we move throughout the course of the year. But from us here at 97 Beecher Street, thank you so much for joining us. And this is where we wrap.